What's up to all those alone in the zone? It's the hero, Mr. Sketch, with the JEL on his chest. John Eli Lopez, back once again on a mission to get you one step closer to being the king or the queen of the pencil. And today, we be learning how to do realistic Ladybug. If you'd like to follow along, all you would need is some color pencils, color markers, paper, and a good reference photo. Okay, so let's get started. My first objective is just getting that overall shape. And the insect I chose is a ladybug, and it's a close up. And it's a close up of the ladybug on a green plant with raindrops, with water droplets, with a few water droplets on there. And that's going to be a whole nother video that I dedicate to water droplets. So we're just going to lay those out as best we can. But, our main focal point is the ladybug. And first, I'm laying down the markers. And remember, you do not need fancy markers. I just laid down some red, orange, and some yellow at the front of the shell. Right? Now we getting that body in there. And some blue highlights that is reflected over this entire body here. And this is good to do, to try and experiment sometime with, mixing your media up. So I wanted to do a little mix today with markers and color pencils. And some gray marker here. And see how that comes out. So now we're on the black Sharpie here. And that's just going to be the darkest area of this insect we're doing here. And this can be a little tricky when you're trying something like this because you're doing the pieces separately, but then you're going to have to, bring them together. You have less play and leeway with the markers, so I wanted to make sure and make that my first objective was to get the markers in. So now I'm coming in with the lighter gray and making that like a middle point between my darker areas and a transition from darker to lighter. And insects are very interesting to do because they are so intricate. When you get the close up, no matter what you choose, you think it's just a small bug, but the close up, it's like a mechanical machine or something. So once I'm happy with the blacks in there, then I'm coming here with the green and just gonna make sure we get some of that leaf that he is resting on in there. And as you see, I left the area for the water droplets. And that's the best way to do it when you're doing something like the water droplets. Leave that so you can build that up later. So now we're getting in the spots on his shell. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing the water droplets is that they, cast a shadow. So a good thought is to start with that, get the shadows going, and this is where I moved on now to the color pencils because the color pencils are gonna tie everything together. So getting some shadow there, and once you start putting in that shadow and highlight within the water droplets, you already start to get that realism starting to come to life, or that effect that you're going for. It's beginning to come to life. And of course, the bottom half of the leaf is a little darker than the upper half. Right? And I'm just leaving a little space between the background color and the bug. So I'm going off the effect of the reference photo I use. He's in a world of green, so he's in wherever, some kind of lawn or foresty area. It's just he's surrounded by green. So that's something good to keep in mind too when you're doing like the backgrounds, especially in this kind of way. You want to leave a little space there. That'll make your subject area pop a little more. So a little space between the subject area and that background create a nice effect going. So get the bottom in here, and as you see, I left a little space for two more droplets there. And I made sure I got the the ladybug up and in tone, but I did not complete it because I wanted to bring the background and the leaf that he's on up, to around the same level, and then start blending everything together. So now within the water droplets, getting some lighter green in there, spreading that lighter green out throughout the entire piece. So can everything look like it's in the same world? Now we are going to blend the three tones of the shell, which will be the red, orange, and yellow together. And that's using same a reddish orange, more like a red orange color pencil. And we are just blending that those pieces together. And now I'm coming on top of that with the white color pencil and adding a little reflection there. Little shadow under the ladybug there. And bringing out that shadow at the bottom a bit, blending his his shell, the darkness with his shell, blending that in a bit. His exoskeleton. Just wanted to get a little darker there by his head and make that area pop a little more. So if you want something to pop, add some highlights and add something darker behind it, or vice versa. A little more shadow, defining lines there. Some little shadow there under his feet. And you know, getting everything a little tight here. And there you have it. We are done. Very nice. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you did, smack that subscribe button, hit the like, leave a comment. Any feedback will be appreciated. So until next time, John Eli Lopez signing out. Y'all be good and be safe.